Okay, I originally started, there used to be like this super cute waitress that like worked near my house, and she always used to tell me that she could sing. So I started telling her that I made music just so we could hang out. And so we started making music together, and like just like without kind of expectations, like some of that stuff became like really big tracks that I wasn't even trying to do. So kind of like mistake and just me kind of having a passion for like making beats all the time. I worked with this guy, there's a guy called Cam Nacson, and he does like Mozo, and he writes for like a whole bunch of like kind of like Australian artists. So we wrote this track about 2 years ago, and like my friends keep saying to me like, when Can't Go Back coming out? And I've kept saying to them, I've got like a library of songs that just aren't ever coming out, and that's just the one that they keep going back to, so it's finally coming out next month. Oh my God, you know what I realized? I think, because it's like a lot of songs, like for instance, if I make it now and like there's like really long leads between something you make and it coming out, especially when like there's labels and stuff. But that's the one song that like I've listened back to it, it hasn't dated. So I think just like really good songwriting and maybe just not following what's hot at the time has just meant like I haven't actually had to reproduce it or anything. It's like still sounding like it could come out tomorrow and still be fresh, which is exciting. I think the best thing about collaboration is like you'll end up in a space that you might not have gotten by yourself. One of like the Super Cool is on like a major label, and like it's like really hard to have like creative control because there's so many people involved, like whether it's another producer or management plus the label. So for my own personal stuff, I think I've got a lot more control, and I can like push sounds that I might be in love with. So I think that's kind of how I separate it. I think my personal stuff is just probably more so me. If I did a session with a certain singer, I just try and write the best song possible. And then because I'm doing all these like kind of little projects, then later I can go, cool, this could be a super cool track if we change, the production here, or this could be for the artist I'm developing if, I did something different here. So they all kind of work together and kind of help each other along the way. So, oh my God. All right, we played before RL Grime at Splendor last year, and he was like the headline act. It was like a Friday night in like the mix-up tent. And I have a feeling that everyone was there for RL Grime and not actually us, but we played to like 10,000 people, and I like never ever get nervous about anything. And I still remember thinking like, holy shit, there's a lot of people here, and like just kind of freaking out. But that was definitely the highlight so far, and hopefully the best is yet to come. Well, it's super crazy. So like, I think especially like with music, like you could have the best music, and if no one knows about it, like it doesn't mean anything. So for better or for worse, social media is like such a great platform that if you kind of use it the right way, like you can connect to like a huge mass. So I mean, yeah, I've started doing sort of these regular videos where I just talk about, it's called New Music Fridays. I just talk about like 3 hot new tracks that have come out. And that's cool because I've been talking about a lot of local artists that, may or may not get that much recognition, and then they've been kind of interacting with me off the back of that. So I think, yeah, social media is definitely it's playing more and more of a role in kind of the music stuff I'm doing. So I have a confession. I was like recently traveling, and I only had 1 suitcase, and these shoes were like all over the States. And I'm like a huge Nike fan, like anything Nike, I've got to have it. And this was like the Gatorade like collab, I guess. And I was like, holy shit, the color's like so me, it's like super bright. And because I only had 1 suitcase, I had to make a decision. And I was like, I can only buy 1 pair of shoes. And these weren't the ones that I bought, but I still think about them today. I'm like, my life could have been so different if I bought these. I don't know, I guess if anyone listens to my music, like thank you for listening to my music. I always assume no one listens to my music at all. And so thank you if you are out there and you listen to my music, you're the best.